radio and social media platforms for the 2-hour CTD experience, which celebrates the achievements of Dominicans. Connecting the dots. Tune in this Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. We will solidify the connections we share with Dominicans all over. Hop on board the CTD train and let's strengthen the ties that bind us. Connecting the dots. Asu Radio DBS.
Heavenly Father, creator of mankind and the universe, we thank thee for the gift of life today and all the blessings you continue to bestow on your children.
We seek your presence and intervention throughout this program, and we ask that you keep us connected always.
We also pray for the success of the program, its coordinators and listeners, that they may find purpose and enjoy what we share.
Bless our radio station and the nation, and may we grow to love and unite each other, irrespective of our differences.
All this we ask in your name, now and forever. Amen.
Yes, yeah, we welcome you to another program on TTS Radio. Welcome, people. It's Connecting the Dots time. Gather round. Let's begin, Right, welcome again. Let's start the live. Let's begin the program. We are ready for another edition, another program on Connect to the Dots today, Saturday. Bonjour, good day. Welcome to Connect to the Dots. May 16 it is. Already the third day in the month of May, yeah? The 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th, right? I'm correct. The weather is fine. It's weathering. We had some rain this morning. Not torrential rain, not heavy downpours. Let's hope it doesn't intensify. It's a beautiful Saturday all the same. We're gonna have fun. Alvin, Thomas, and Alicia Griffith, I hope you're all already on board. Please pay attention. I'm calling Nigel Francis right away because we have several guests on a 2-part program this morning. Nigel, come on, while, please.
What's up? Morning. How are we doing?
We're fine, Nigel. Fine in our neck of the woods in our area. Anyone on the book, Nigel? Let me tell you something. It's Laughter Show today. So we have a short time with Alfred and the other guests.
We're running quick.
Yes, we are just running.
Yes.
So I was asking anybody on the book.
Any passenger that late, that's up to them. We're leaving them down this morning.
Right, we're leaving them down because we really have to run this morning. Right. Anybody already on the book on the tube? No, not yet.
Yeah, but Philip Charles is always on very early these days. So, happy Saturday to her. And, Barbie Thomas, of course, from London, always on very early. So good morning to you.
Angel, where you now? I not seen you on camera. Why not seeing you?
It's okay, but you're hearing me.
I'm here.
Why you're not seeing me?
Yes. My technician is saying, tell Nigel to put on his camera.
What the camera?
And your camera is on?
Jeans, I got him. The jeans, I got fella, sir.
What? Nigel, we have to try something there to bring you on.
Didn't put the next switch, okay?
Okay, look at you there in all your glory. But Nigel, you understood the assignment today there, It's me that didn't understand it.
Put on a nice shirt.
Yes.
The camera is on.
What color is your shirt? That is it.
I'm representing Lupus this morning,
yes.
So I'm in purple.
Yeah, I should have put on my purple shirt. But the last time I put
Yeah,
on a
go
purple
and
shirt.
change. Go and change.
Yes, the last time I put on a purple shirt, I had to make noise with Dean because it was showing blue on screen. So I say, you see that thing there? But
So this time
I'm
you
still
put blue.
representing.
So hold on. Last
So
time
I
it
put
was
blue,
purple,
hoping
showing
that it
blue.
will come out as
So you
purple.
put blue, hoping you'll show
That's
purple.
it, Nigel. But
That is the logic. Man.
Yes,
I love that.
yes,
I love
yes.
that. I love that. I love that. Yes.
Wow.
You still can't see me yet?
Yeah, no, I not seen you, no. I mean, I saw
Well, I
you a
don't know
while
what's on.
ago, but not on the live stream. So we're
Okay.
fixing this.
Well, I don't know. Yes. Well, Dean will fix that up because
Yes.
I know we can all see each other on that link, but we need to see each other on the live.
We
So
have
yes.
to see each other on the live.
So
we can
good
start
morning,
the
good morning.
program.
Anyways, Vado, good morning to you. Wants to say hello, Iguans and Nigel. Murphy Joseph also wants to say good morning. But he in two places at the same time. Well, that's okay. That's what happens when you say you're late. Normally, you make up for it in the next week by being in two places at the same time. So good morning to somebody named Alvin. I think he's early, and he's in another place as well. So good morning to you. Who's this? Shows Joe's good morning, of course. Winnie Green, always early, says bonjour. Good morning to everybody else. Edwina London from Texas, good morning to you. Always locked on. Appreciate it.
Nigel,
Norrin Saudila, Norrin say I can see Ivona, but I'm not seeing Nigel.
Yes, Nigel.
Jim.
I have another technician there, you know. So
What Dean doing me this morning?
yes, yeah.
Anyway,
So
we'll get it
things,
sorted out. We'll get it
ensuring
sorted
that-
out.
yeah,
It's
yes.
okay. But you don't need to see me. I'm still here looking good,
Yes.
so that's okay.
Whoosh. Anyway,
Yes,
let's
Vado
start.
says she missed wearing her favorite color.
What's
So
her
you
favorite
still
color?
have chance.
Oh, yes,
Vado.
Vado
You have
loves
a
purple.
you have a whole month. I think it's the month of May, so you have
The
an
month of
entire
May,
month to wear your
yes,
color.
yes.
We'll find out more about that in a
Yes.
while, you know.
We want to raise awareness, not just about lupus, but about the association, about how people can help, you know, and all of that.
Yes.
So,
And then, of
yes.
course, you know, we have a big thing as well coming up later on next weekend.
Yes, we are. So we'll talk about the carnival first quickly. We'll give them about 15 to 20
Yes.
minutes, and then we'll
Yes,
bring
yes,
on our
yes.
guests who are in studio already waiting. Yeah?
Wonderful. I think you can see me now. So
Yes, I
that's
can
good.
see you now. So we're going to now bring on Alvin Thomas and Joseph Tutti Guiste, right? To tell us about
Yes,
Atlanta
yes.
Caribbean Carnival. with
Tell us
what-
about that.
There's an infusion of island classics, but what is the island classics about? That's what we want to find out. So
Yes,
let's
yes,
bring
yes.
them on.
And they might give me a little milk and tell me I'm not coming this year. But it's all good, you know. I had, unfortunately. But good morning to you, Alvin, and good morning to you, Joseph Tutti Guiste. Good to have you guys back on Connecting the Dots. How you doing, Alvin? Well, your mouth moving, but I'm not hearing you, so you're on mute.
I'm not seeing him neither. I'm not seeing Alvin. I'm not seeing Tutti either as well. So
Well,
not sure
I'm
what is
seeing them on the
happening.
other link, but I'm not seeing them on the live yet. So maybe you have
Okay.
to flip a switch. Is that something? I don't know.
No.
Let's make sure.
I have a
In the
technician
meantime,
here
good morning to you,
helping me.
Narin Murphy. Always appreciate you. And Miguel as well. Miguel Murphy, of course. Grand rising to you. Appreciate it, Miguel. So we're trying to get sorted out with Alvin and Tutti, right?
Can you guys see anybody on
but
the
let me
Zoom?
see if I can hear them first on the other link.
Yes, let's see.
Tutti, you hearing me?
We're not hearing them either. So we have to
All right.
revert.
So he can hear me, but I'm not hearing
We'll
him.
have to change the script and just.
Alvin, can you hear me? Yes, but we're not hearing you. Okay, so let's get that sorted out. Because they're hearing me, but I'm not hearing them.
Yeah. What
I'm
we
going
could
to
do-
read lips this morning.
So I suspect what we'll have to do is start with the Lupus Foundation first, and then go on to Alvin. Let's see in a minute what happens because we
Well,
have to
let's
move
see if we
on.
can hear any of the Lupus
Yes,
people first.
let's see if we can
that's
get
the important
Alvin
thing.
one more time, Alvin and Tutti, and if not, we just continue and we go ahead with the folks from the Lupus Foundation. Yeah, but I'm seeing Alvin, I'm seeing all the others. I think
Yes, I'm seeing everybody. I'm
Yes,
just not
yeah.
hearing
He's
them.
there as well. Okay, I think
so
I'm hearing
we're hearing
voices
you.
now.
Who's the person that said good morning there?
There's a lovely
Denise.
lady.
Okay, so you
Yes.
can hear Denise. Good morning to you, Denise.
Okay.
We
Good morning.
appreciate you.
Okay.
Good morning.
And
Let's see if we can hear Alvin. Hi, Alvin. Alvin!
No,
Are you
Alvin,
muted?
Alvin, hola.
Are you muted?
Alvin, are you on mute?
Can you hear
He's
me?
not,
He's
Nigel?
not.
I can hear Tutti now.
Okay, you can hear Tutti. Okay, so hi Alvin. Okay, I just want us to start with this segment
might
and
be
then
your
we delve
headphones.
into.
Yes, but we can hear Tutti, so
Yeah.
we'll go along with Tutti.
And
he's
yes.
coming back in.
He's coming
He's
back
coming
in. All
back
right,
in.
Joseph
Yeah.
Tutti gives good morning to you,
Yeah.
man. It's good to connect again. How are we
Yes,
doing?
yes.
Hey, Joseph Tutti Guiste. That's what your second or your third time on the program already.
Yes, I know. I'm becoming a regular.
Yes,
Thank
we.
you so much.
Yes, we.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you go to SMA. You know,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then,
I
Nigel.
know, I
Like
know.
seriously, man.
That was fun. That. And thanks for all the help you guys gave us during that period. It was very, very successful.
All right.
We ended up making a really nice contribution to SMA based on, on all the funds that we raised. It was fun. It was nice. It was nice being home. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. And of course, you're looking forward to an even bigger production, I understand, this year. Let's see if Alvin is on. Alvin Thomas, good morning.
He just sent the message. He's going to log back in on a different one.
All right.
So
Okay.
in the meantime, he says Joseph will handle
Yeah.
everything. So Tucci's going to take care of everything.
Yeah,
till
because-
Those are big shoes to fill, Alvin shoes. Those are huge shoes to fill, but I'll try.
All right.
Yes. So we'll see how we can fill that in. So I mean, next weekend is the big thing.
Yes.
I know Atlanta Carnivval is coming around, and every year you guys get together and you put on this event called Island Classic.
Yes.
What is Island Classic for those who don't know?
Well, it's a Dominican group. We came together just before COVID, and we put together this organization, this group, and the whole goal of the organization was to eventually raise funds that we can support some cause in Dominica, whether it be an elderly or youth, just some way we can contribute, to some kind of cause in Dominica. So. We've been doing this now for about 6 years, and finally, after a lot of effort, we became a 501c3 organization. So that positions us, puts us in a better position to be able to do more fundraising, not just during the event, which is what we did in the past, but now we can do it year round. So we're excited about that part of it. But in the end, I mean, it has been just a wonderful opportunity to come together and meet a lot of people from Dominica, have a good time, and thank God this year we're able to transition into something bigger, something more in a situation to raise more funds so we can help some cause in Dominica, So.
All right, love that. Alvin, you're back on. Let's see if we can hear you.
Okay, hi, Alvin.
Are you able to hear him?
No, I'm not hearing him. So
not hearing him. Yes.
Where is his lap owl today?
I will no lap owl today. Today's lap owl.
Can you hear me?
I hope when he comes in, he doesn't say what
now.
school he went to. Nigel, please. I hope you informed him that when he comes in, he can just move on with the program and not. We're not asking what school he went to and things like that. Okay.
No, we won't ask him that.
Yes.
But he, of course, he'll tell us. But I think we can hear him now, though.
Trust
yes,
me, Nigel.
Alvin,
We can hear him. Yes. Hi, Alvin Thomas. Good morning. Look, I'm not hearing him again, though. Okay.
He disappeared again.
All right. There's a little delay. I have a technician right there with me, so we are ensuring that.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
are you hearing me?
Yes. We can hear you now.
All right.
Okay. Yes. So Island Classics is once again adding an upscale, all-inclusive, I understood, experience to Atlanta Carnivval. You can tell us about that. And tell us your who is Alvin Thomas in reference to Island Classics, in reference to Atlanta Carnivval as well. All right, so Nigel, there's a delay. So I know he's speaking, but we can hear him right now. So let's see how that goes.
Can you hear me all right?
Okay, go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
We can hear you.
Okay. You wanted to know who is Alvin Thomas? I think you know who that is, Ivo.
Mm-hmm.
But Alvin Thomas is a former SMA student. Mm-hmm. That's who he is. He went to SMA.
Okay, move on.
Like Nigel Francis.
All right.
You
can't take the SMA out of us, right? So good stuff.
No. You cannot. But just to say as it relates to Island Classic, I think Tutti has indicated it's something that we've started back in 2019 And basically, it is where it's a group formed for two purposes, mainly to help promote the cultural and the heritage aspect of our culture, Dominica, and one might say by extension the Caribbean, because whatever we do, we extend it to other folks from the Caribbean. But more importantly, whatever proceeds that come out of the activities that we undertake, we give it back to a worthy cause in Dominica. That's the intention, to support any worthy cause in Dominica. And that basically is the intention. Of course, you know, Nigel, whenever we migrate to those diaspora countries, as they call it, we can't leave our culture behind. It's amazing that I learned to dance quadrille, heel and toe and all that good stuff when I moved to Atlanta, something I didn't do in Dominica, because that culture is embedded in you and you want to, you know. So that's basically what we do. I will say to that Island Classic, over the last year, we are now a 501c3 organization in the US, and that is something you apply to the IRS, and of course you go through a process, and the IRS will either approve or disapprove you, and they approved us. And what that does for us, of course, it gives us a certain legal status in the US, meaning that we can approach corporate sponsors, and they, of course, can get tax write-offs for whatever donations they make. So this year event is coming up. It is big. I mean, Nigel has attended one before. I'm not sure what happened. He hasn't come back again. I know he and his family had a great time.
Excellent.
So this year, every year we have a theme. We have a theme, and this is Tropical Extravaganza. And that is the theme. When we did it, the first year we did it, in 2019, I think it was, as Tuti mentioned, our theme was splash of color. And then, of course, we took a little hiatus during COVID, and then we resumed. So we have been going for the last, I've had the event for the last 5 years or so. Out of the 7-year period we have been around. So basically, that's what we do. So this year event is going to be this.
So when you mentioned,
meaning that you pay one fee. Go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, you mentioned that the theme is Tropical Extravaganza. So I was just going to ask, I'm Tuti as well, in terms of that. How you guys come together and put the theme? Somebody just come up with the idea, or you decide to say, let's try this, let's try that. How did you come up with Tropical Extravaganza?
Well, that's exactly what we do. You know, every year we try to theme it. So we ask for ideas and maybe a concept around it. So, I mean, in the end, it's Island Classics, it's old school jam. The music's good, the food's good, the camaraderie is good. So, but we give it a theme, and that influences the decorations that we have. And Kanita, I'm sure you guys know Kanita, has been doing a fantastic job in decorating the place. And that's not all she does, of course, but, you know, that's one of her responsibilities. And the place always look really nice. And, you know, we have this little area reserved for people taking, you know, pictures when they walk in, and it really is a spectacle.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Of course, it is a fact that Caribbean groups have significantly influenced Carnival celebrations in the US and in North America as well. Not only through their contributions to music, to dance, you know, to cultural expressions, but also their economic impact and cultural integration are huge takeaways as well. Do you believe this? Have you seen Island Classic in particular contributing to that evolution of, you know, the cultural landscape in North America, in Canada, as I mentioned, in the US as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely, Ivo, absolutely. I mean, those of us, this year, for example, Atlanta Carnivval will be 39 years in its making, 39. Next year, they will be 40 years. And I mean, if you go to, they started back in 1987. And if you go to Miami Carnivval, I believe, started even way before Atlanta Carnivval. I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, they did 40 something. They started back in 1984. And you have Notting Hill Carnival in England that started in 1966. And so yeah, you're right. I mean, Labor Day in New York started way long time ago in New York. And you have Caribbean as well. So you have all of those activities taking place throughout North America. They've been going for well over 30 something years, close to 40 years. So that's what happens when the Caribbean people come to North America, Canada, even London. Like I said, they don't leave their culture behind. They do that. But I think in addition to that, though, when these activities take place in those metropolitan cities or areas, the place itself benefits. You know, the amount of hotel bookings, car rentals, airlines, I mean, you name it. I mean, just think of the same thing when we have our World Music Creole Festival and a lot of people visit back home and the economic buoyancy that takes place. The same thing happens in any one of those places. When Miami has its carnival, Caribbean has theirs, Atlanta has theirs. So it's a win-win. We enjoy ourselves as Caribbean people. We're able to raise funds, as we say, to send back to our people back home. And the city itself, the country itself benefits by way of revenue that is generated from those activities. But in terms of the Island Classic, like we said earlier, it's an all-inclusive. And it's a giveaway. Nigel, no, it's a giveaway.
It is.
For $100, you get a full dinner, full course dinner with dessert, with wine, a live band playing, an open bar all night. So if you decide to come in from 8 o'clock and leave all 3 a.m. in the morning, you are drinking all night. You don't have to think of where's my wallet, stand in a line for a ticket, buy a ticket, nothing like that. You pay this money, you walk in, and you have a good time from the time you reach until you decide to leave. And it's just $100 US. It's a giveaway, quite frankly. And as I said, every cent that we raise goes towards some cause in Dominica. So we really want to encourage a lot of Dominicans who may be coming into Atlanta for the carnival from New York, from Miami, Boston, wherever it is. Get your ticket. Trust me, there's nothing like that in Atlanta. You know, Nigel, you've been.
Oh, yes. Definitely.
Nothing like that. That's the only one. Unique.
That's the only one. And that's where you get together and you see folks you haven't seen for a while, and the music is excellent by Impulse Band, and the food and the drink, you can't go wrong with that, you know. Nigel, how can they get the tickets?
myfedtickets.com. myfedtickets.com. Just go to myfedtickets.com and just buy your ticket. We have tickets. We have a few tickets left, so rush.
All right.
And of course, you know our Dominican people. Some of them will be like, because I see, what is that, my Fed Dominic? I don't have that. Give me your number. Yeah. I just want to call Alvin. I just want to call
absolutely.
How I can reach somebody.
Absolutely.
That's how we are.
Yeah, we could put it on the live. Yes, we could put it in the live.
We'll send it to you. Put on the live. You can reach me. My number is available. 404-396-4807. Kenita Shillingford, also Audrey Hamlet, Joseph Guiste, Victor Lewis. I mean, any one of those names you hear, you can contact us and you can get tickets. And again,
for those who arrive late, you will get tickets. Can they come right at the door and just
come right at the door and you will get a ticket. Absolutely. You can get a ticket right at the door and you'll get a ticket. You know, and you just ask for any one of us and you should be good to go.
Yes, I think Dee was just saying that she needs a complimentary ticket as your daughter. She needs you to give her a complimentary
ticket. You know what? If she's able to how should I say it? If she's able to sell 10 tickets, maybe I'll make 10 or 15. To every 15, she'll get one.
Are you in Atlanta?
Yes, she's in Atlanta.
Yes, I am.
Yes, she's in Atlanta.
Okay. So every 15 tickets, she get one.
Cool.
Yes, I don't think
have you been to the event? Not yet.
No, I don't think you agree with that.
I was asking
her. 15 to get one.
No, I don't. He knows I don't agree. I'll come to his house to get my ticket. It's okay.
All right, that's settled.
He knows where I live. She can find me.
Okay, Papa. All right. But Nigel, it just dawned on me though as well, Nigel, because remember we were talking about the benefits, like the cultural landscape, of course, and Alvin mentioned the economic buoyancy. It just dawned on me, Nigel, that what we should do, like going forward as well, especially now because the activities are coming up with Dominicans outside of Dominica, we can have a core group, like maybe about 6-7 of the organizers at various events, and have them on, and we can look at
Most
the-
definitely,
at that.
definitely. We're on for that. We're on for that.
I just see Talifa Charles asks, is the dress code tropical as well? The answer to that is yes. Dress to impress. As I said, the theme is tropical extravaganza, and make it carnival. I mean, I know you ladies, whether it's in Dominica or in Atlanta, I mean, we don't even have to give any instructions on that.
Dress
I
to
saw they
impress.
recently held Creole, Jazz and Creole, and oh my God. So the ladies in Atlanta, yes, come nicely dressed. I know the men will try to put something on, whatever it is, But
I'm
it's
looking
really
at a
going to be
flyer,
a really
Alvin.
nice atmosphere.
We would have
And you can
flyer
see
on
the flyer
screen,
that, putting
but only
on
men
there.
I
So
see.
for
At the
those-
time
yes.
we're talking about ladies.
Yes.
That's the
That's cool.
impulse band.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
All
Yes,
right.
it is.
Yes.
Yes.
And that too, I must say, Ivo, and to the listeners and Nigel, Impulse Band is a Dominican group based in Tampa, Florida. The leader of the band is Teddy Henderson. Teddy's from Grand Bay. And you have also 3 other guys there. One of the guys, what's his name now? It don't come to mind. But he
You have
played
how
the
you feel, right?
Yeah, he played with Singing Stars many years ago.
I feel.
Yeah.
Well, we call him I feel, but Leroy is Spiky. Actually, that's
Spiky, that's right.
Leroy
Spiky.
Guiste. Leroy Guiste.
And
Leroy Spiky
let me
Guiste.
tell you, this band's been playing for us for the last 3 years now. This is your 3rd year. And these guys are great. Trust me.
Yeah.
And although some of the folks, again, let me say that, although some of the folks might hear the term old school and may feel, oh, this thing is for old people, blah, blah, blah. You with your Nigel and the music, trust me, they play all genre of music. All genre of music they play. But
It is,
like I
it
said,
is.
it's just the ambience, the atmosphere, and everything that goes with it. It's really, really, really a nice event to attend.
All right.
Okay, and that event is when? What date is that?
22nd of
Yeah.
May 2026, starting at 8 p.m. And once you walk in, you get hors d'oeuvres, you get soup, you get your buys.
And I'm too sure, what's the address?
Wine, you
It's
dine.
the JVC Hall in Lilburn, Georgia. JVC Event Hall, Lilburn, Georgia.
All right.
Yeah.
Event
That's where
hall.
the event is being held.
Yeah.
And that's on the Friday before the
It's
Friday
Yes,
of
yes,
the
yes.
Carnival weekend, right?
Lindbergh, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yes.
We own
The
that Friday, man.
Actually,
Yeah.
the Saturday is generally the parade day. So the Friday, well, actually, event starts from as early as, in some cases, from the Wednesday. First day, you have various activities. Then Friday night, you have more activities. And that's when ours is held. Saturday morning, you have the Juve. And then you have the parade. And then Sunday, you have more activities taking place across the state. And then Monday, of course, you have more events where people have, the various home barbecues and that type of stuff. But that is that's what the Atlanta Carnival looks like in Atlanta.
Right. Okay.
All right. So
nice-
Friday is the day.
Yes, Friday is
Friday
the
is the
big
day.
All right.
Spread the word.
Friday is the night that we
So
own the Friday, yeah.
which means Alvin,
Miss,
we won't
miss
see
it
you.
and blame yourself.
Right, and we won't see you on Saturday morning. You will not be early as usual. So we
I'll
have
be
your
trying
excuse.
to get up. I'll
Yeah.
be trying to get up.
Yeah.
We'll probably give you a
But-
pass for that Saturday.
Yes, we'll give you a
because we understand what's going to happen, from Friday when he gets there. And the event ends when people leave, right?
When people
About
leave.
1:32
When people
o'clock.
leave. When they're tired, they leave. When they're tired.
All right. Well, let me wish you all the best. Okay. quickly.
I'm extending an invitation to you to next year.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, Atlanta will be 40 years for their carnival.
All right.
So I'm giving you an early invitation.
Okay. Well.
All
thank
right.
you.
So next year we'll be doing that, and then we will do connecting the dots from
the Atlanta.
from the Atlanta Carnival.
Exactly. No,
Okay, we got
that's
you.
what I'm talking about.
All right.
All right.
So I
well,
vote
thank you.
next year.
Yes, thank you so much. We'll link up with you all again some other time. But I'm very happy that we
Thank
made
you.
the time to discuss this very important aspect
Thank you.
of our
And
culture.
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
very much.
much.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Have
All
a
right.
great day.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Take
Thank
care.
you, guys.
All right.
Okay. Yes, Nigel. Very interesting.
Yes.
Eh?
Very
interesting
very
what they're
interesting
doing.
here in terms of what's going to happen for the Atlanta Carnival Island Classics on Friday. I'm telling you, I mean, I was there a couple of years last time they had it, and it was excellent. So get ready for that.
So it's now for part
By
2,
the way,
Nigel. Yeah, go ahead.
but before, but how many people tell you? I'm not reading the comments. I'm moving on because everybody said, "Boy, I was your haircut looking really nice. That fits
Oh
you
no, I did not
well.
cut my hair.
I
You know,
was
I
your,
did. It's not cut. Just crunch it.
I was
It's
your
just
haircut.
crunched.
I was that look fitting. I take a haircut. Nobody didn't say anything about me. That's why I'm not reading the comments.
Yes,
So I
sir,
just moving
Papa.
on.
Yeah, move on,
Yes,
time.
but
Move on. But
yes.
it's not a haircut. It's just a crunch. A hair crunch.
Okay, it's just a hair crunch.
Yes.
Not a haircut. All you understand now. So next week when she come back, don't say, "But I would have hair grow back now."
I know
No,
it.
it's just a hair crunch. All right.
Yeah, but it's time for part 2 on connecting the dots to the
Yes.
Nigel.
Yes.
It is Lupus Awareness Month, and there is also a Lupus Foundation in Dominica. But how much do we know about lupus? I did a little research. I found out that it is an autoimmune disease. My research also taught me that it is a disease where let me see if I can remember clearly, where the immune system attacks healthy tissues, and you know, that leads to inflammation, you know, and damage across various body systems. But obviously there's a lot more to learn, you know, hence the reason why our guests are on today. Lovely people, very powerful. I think 2 is on Zoom and we have 2 in studio, and they're rocking the color purple with Nigel. And
Yes.
yes, so let's welcome them, Nigel.
Yes, let me welcome them again to Connecting the Dots. It's a pleasure to have you guys connecting with us. We'll see those in the studio in a little while. Oh, here they go. Oh, man, yes. You guys make purple look good.
Yes, but there's
So
something
we
about
appreciate
purple, you know.
that.
Purple is very
There's something
radiant.
about
Yes.
purple.
Yes,
Yes.
it's queenly.
And I chose a nice light lilac purple kind of a color because
Yes,
I said I had to come and see what I represent as well.
Nice.
But yes, I mean, it's a pleasure to have you. We're going to find out about the Lupus Foundation. We're going to find out what you guys are doing for the month. We're going to find out about you as well as individuals. We always like to, you know, get the story. We like the backstory, you know, as to who you are and how you end up there and all the rest of it. So welcome to Connecting the Dots. Sorry, the YouTube people, I know I haven't said hi to you, but I am saying hi to you now. And then I'll say hi to you and tell you all the comments after. But we always appreciate the connection. So appreciate that. Who do we start with first, Ivan? You want to go in studio first?
Yeah, let's go in studio. I think we have the president with us in studio as well. So let's go to studio, and then, of course, we'll bring on the others. Yes. Good morning. Tell us who you are in studio, too. Let's start with the president.
Good morning. I'm Glorine Thomas, founder and president of the Lupus Foundation of Dominica. And along with me is my sister. She'll introduce herself.
Your sister as well has a very interesting story, you know. But anyway, tell us who you are.
So I am Fernanda Raymond, sister and strong supporter and advocate of my sister, not just my sister, but others who suffer from lupus as well. And I try to do my best, though silent, but I try to do my best to ensure that they get visibility for lupus, because it is something that we need to make more visible. It is something that we need to bring on the forefront and the agenda, and we need to ensure that support is provided for those who suffer with lupus.
Definitely. But Fernanda Raymond, you wear another hat as well, and something is happening with that hat.
So I wear many hats. I'm not here on those other hats, but professionally I'm a public officer. I have served as a chief librarian. I now work within the Ministry of Health, and I also am a member and supporter of the Office of Disaster Management, working for district disaster committees.
Okay, so Nigel, so we have 2 others via Zoom, so let's hear from them as well. Hi. Who is on via Zoom?
Yeah, D, I think D is on, yes.
Hi, D.
Hi, good morning.
Hi.
I'm Denise.
Hi, Denise.
Or Denise.
Denise. Okay.
Denise Blanc.
She's Denise Dominican, but Denise up
Yes.
That's
Denise Blanc. Yes.
Yes. That's
good morning. Good morning.
You know Nigel as well, right?
I'm familiar with him.
Oh, okay.
I think.
All right.
I like that term.
Okay. It's a pleasure to have you on. And what again is on? What again is on? Angela?
My name is Krishna.
Yes. Hi, Krishna.
19-year-old loopy survivor.
Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to find out about all the survival stories and, of course, the lupus and how you guys are part of it. By the way, let me say good morning to Shona and to Stanley, St. Rose in Atlanta. I know you guys are going to be for Carnivval, but apart from that, you know, their daughter Kayla, celebrating her 25th birthday next month. She's also a lupus survivor, and I'm going to get in touch with one of you guys because they are coming down to Dominica next month, and they are wanting to make a donation to the Lupus Foundations because your daughter also is a survivor and she's doing excellently, everything else, and they want to contribute and make a donation. So I will share the contacts when they come down.
Great.
So hey, Shona, Stanley, good morning to you. Appreciate that. And I know next week you're going to be in Carnivval, but then of course you'll be down in Dominica to make that donation and celebrate Kayla. Kayla, happy 25th when it comes around, all right? So
Nigel, and as you mentioned donation, just to interrupt you, so I'm hoping that this program, as I said earlier, will also not only shed light on lupus, but will also, there are people who will also reach out to assist the association, the foundation as well. So not to me and Nigel, so please, so we'll have to give numbers and we'll have to give address and all of that on the live. But I'm hoping that this program can generate that kind of, impact.
Most definitely, because that's important. That's important for that to happen, So, but before we get to the lupus, we want to find out about where you're from. We like to know what part of Dominica you're from, and we like to know, what you're doing, and the nice stuff. So I'm Glendale Starwick. I guess we can start with you since you started off first, right? What part of Dominica are you from?
I'm from Kinsale.
Kingsville.
Yes, Kinsale. Born, raised, butter, Kinsale.
Born, raised, grew up, everything.
Angela, no, that's her second time on the program. She was on already. At that time, I was on vacation.
Wait,
I was out of state. Remember? I was out of state, and then the lights went where I was. I remember that fiasco we had on that day. You had to continue on your own.
That is correct. Yes, correct. Yes. I remember now.
Yes, it's not.
I remember now. See, when you've done so many of the programs, sometimes, but yeah, definitely, Glenn. Yes. All right, so we can go to Fernando now. Is going to tell us what part of Dominica. Is that the first time on the program?
Yes, it is, and I should be saying sir to Nigel. He taught me at the Dominica Grammar School.
Say that again, please. I forget to ask you that.
What part you have to say?
Say that again. What school you went to, please?
Dominica Grammar School.
Okay, that's it. Thank you so much.
Yes, and she said I taught at the Dominica Grammar School. Appreciate that.
So I am from Kingsville originally.
Of course, I remember Fernando.
Of course, you would. I am from Kingsville.
Of course.
I am from Kingsville originally. I live now in the Roseau Valley, a very beautiful space within Dominica, the capital or mecca of nature in Dominica. As I said earlier, I'm a public officer. I have worked at various places within the public service. Presently, I'm within the Ministry of Health. And I'm a strong supporter and advocate for disaster management. So I also serve as the disaster chair for the Roseau West and also serve my local disaster committee.
All right.
Nice. That's a lot of things you do in here, all over the place. Yes. So sorry, somebody was just saying good morning. Good morning to you, Janet Dow. Appreciate you. I forget Janet Dow. Good morning, Janet. Appreciate it. Yes. And then Denise, D. Dominica, what part of Dominica, even if you're not there now?
I was born in Foncani, Roseau Valley here, right. But I lived in Casa Comfort. My father was Mr. Denise Blanc, who passed away last year. So we lived in Casa Comfort for most of my teenage years until I moved to the US. I'm in Atlanta now.
Nice. And then, of course, is it Katrina? Did I say
Krishna.
Krishna. Yes, Krishna.
I'm from Penville. Spent most of my life there until I lived in Roseau because I used to work at PMH when PMH was PMH as a registered nurse until I migrated to New Jersey.
Nice, nice. So you see, my ones, we're all over the globe, you know, all over the globe and all over. So we have Penville, we have Focani, we have Kingsville, Roseau Valley. Is a whole mix there this morning. So we appreciate that. I mean, before we get to the Lupus, I mean, what was it like for you guys? Like just early growing up in those communities? Was it something you enjoyed? What are some of the things you did? Who wants to go first?
Okay. I enjoy growing up in Kingsville because we had some fun times. We had our little own youth group where we used to go on different hiking, and no matter where we go, it's our father and mother plantation. So we see a banana, we see mango, we will right lie we are, but it's our mother and father plantation. We will enjoy ourselves, do the rivers and hiking. We went to the Boiling Lake maybe 3-4 times. So it was fun growing up in Kingsville and with the other young people also.
As you mentioned, the young people, what was the input of the elders in the community? What was it like, the community connection?
It was very great. It was very good. It's still a small united group, but as you know, most of the elderly that we grew up with our time have passed on. So it's a new, how I say it, we are becoming the elderlies now. Not saying our age here, but we are becoming the elderlies now. So it's our journey now to guide the youth, the younger ones now, as the previous did for us.
I remember Marsha Bin, eh?
Yes, right. We boy. Yes.
Right, so we have a connection, by the way. I have a connection with the two of them in the studio.
Yes. You have a connection with the both of them?
Oh, yes, the both of them, yes.
Okay, all right. Yes.
All right, so Vunanda can tell
us. Vunanda, my dear, what's see, I call him Vunanda, my dear, now. She must be saying, so what you doing there,
I know.
Were you talking at school, Vunanda?
I was very active, very, very active. I believe in participation. I believe in doing what you can for personal development and empowerment. So part of the drama club, part of sports, part of netball. I may have spent for my entire 5 years at grammar school maybe 90-95% of my afternoons at grammar school, giving my time. I concur with my sister, Glorine, which I call Gugu. So you'll hear those terms maybe
yes, it's okay.
Further. But family was a big time growing up. Youth activity, very active with youth activity. Mrs. Alfred, Mr. Leta, all of these persons who we worked with, ensuring that there was a positive youth group and youth movement, and we did ensure we engaged the elderly within our communities. I mean, you speak about Marsha being my grandmother. My job during summer was to ensure that I visit those that she could not visit and pass the messages to her and go back home and inform her. Also, we have a very close connection to Newton as well. Auntie Jonah, my great-great-grand aunt, who I had to visit every weekend, bring my smaller cousins along, and ensure that the family connection was there and that we were active and participating in community development.
Wow.
Oh, and one other thing. Our father, which is Mr. John Felix Thomas, was also president of a youth organization in Kingsville, also part of the football organization in Kingsville. So we know also he's also a politician. So he instilled in us the thing for raising
community engagement, community awareness, and ensuring that you give to country.
My mom, your mother as well was very much involved as well.
Yes, and
so you all are well-rounded. You're in football. You saw politics in your family. You saw so many things.
Yes, and even as my mom also was in the city council, so doing the council, helping in building up the city and everything. So we were well-rounded.
That's good.
Nice. I love that. But I know Krishna Penville was different, right? The growing up in Penville might have been different than maybe what Vernanda and Glenda talking about.
Yeah, more rivers, more gardens, more reading, climbing trees, picking mangoes, those kind of good times. And when the community could discipline you, you had aunties and uncles and maddies and cousins, so they could discipline you. They were raising you. everybody was under, well, not everybody, but majority of us was under lock and key. Had to be home by a certain time, that kind of thing. And everybody was looking out for each other. So when I was a child, I used to find it was annoying, but it was beneficial.
Yeah, I know how it is when we look back at the childhood, that's when we probably see, man, some of the things that were done was really necessary.
Yes.
Just made us who we are today, so
yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Denise D, what about you?
So my curfew was 6 o'clock. Mr. Blanc was not playing with me. So before the lights come off, I have to be Castle Comfort, whether I walk, fly, however I get there, because we lived all the way up, like above going to Girardel. So I had to figure out a way there. But my childhood was really, I will say, really good. I was well-rounded. My mom is a teacher, Eugenia Joseph Blanc. She was a cricketer as well. So I used to go watch women's cricket and score when I didn't want to do that because I really wanted to be home. So I had to follow her everywhere she was going. My mom played netball. They loved football. So also as a child, I did a lot of mango picking. We had rivers in Font County. Go to the rivers, cook. It was good. My family we were very family oriented. We did a lot of stuff with other families, get-togethers on Sundays, and it was as Krishna said, it was a family. If I did something and somebody saw me before I got home, which I rarely did, but which I got home, my father and my mother knew about it already. So but it was I loved my childhood. I miss it actually. I hate being 45. I wish I could be 15 again and be home with my mom and my sister. So
yeah, I know. By the way, did all of you know each other before? Or this is like the first time you're connecting, or?
I've known Glorine most of my life because we went to St. Martin Secondary School together. So when I moved to Castle Comfort, I met her at Newtown, the church, and at school. Krishna, I met when I had lupus.
Interesting. I guess that gets us to the lupus, right, Ivona?
Yes, definitely. Naturally, I learned as well, though, as I was doing some research last night, that lupus can be a deeply personal and sometimes invisible illness, and questions should be supportive rather than intrusive. So, that really stayed with me. So,
yes,
really
will definitely keep that in mind in the questions that I ask.
Yes.
That's why this year on our theme, it's like for the past years, it's make lupus visible and strive for change, because most people look at us on the outside and say you don't have lupus, you don't look like other people you don't look sick. But the invisibility is the damage that is being done inside, because every lupus patient or warrior, their symptoms and their flares are quite different. So it makes it hard for you to say pinpoint and say this person have lupus or this person don't have lupus, but you don't look like you have lupus. Up to yesterday, while a friend of mine was doing some awareness campaign for us, and she went to a gentleman, she was telling him about the Lupus Foundation and how we're trying to raise awareness with our work. He said, but wait a while, Glorine? No, Glorine don't have lupus. No, I know people with lupus. Glorine don't have lupus. You don't see how... No, man, come back again. That's just how it is. So she explained to him and tell him, it don't show on the outside for me, but it's on the inside. Because for me personally, my inside is a mess. Every organ inside of me is tangled up inside. So my flares are, like you see today, I am here. Maybe in the next hour, I am done with a high temperature, high fever, and everything. So it works different for everybody who is a warrior. So that's why we're trying to bring the visibility of lupus outside, making people aware that it is invisible, but we want to make it visible. Don't watch us on the outside. Listen to our story. Sit down and have a chat with us. Yeah. Spend a day with us and you will know.
Well, you said something very interesting though. For you personally, your story is different. Your organs are a mess. What does that mean?
Okay. Well,
you don't have to go in much detail.
I will show you in person on my how my inside is, because I have the image of how my inside. So everything is tangled up inside. It's like a ball. So if you don't know which is kidney, which is gallbladder, which is intestine. Everything is tangled up inside for me, because I fuse. I build scar tissue. I fuse inside. So all my organs are fused together. I have had many surgeries. We try to help me to kind of like separate them, because the attack for me is so severe that when I flare, I can't pass stool and urine, because it swells, so it blocks the area. So I cannot do that. I have to go to the hospital for them to put the tube up to the top or things. Sometimes I go days and trying to do that.
Wow.
So let me ask you this, because this is going to be a tough one for many of our viewers, listeners, this particular program today. But that's the whole idea of doing it, is that you can share your story. Yeah. To bring visibility and to help those who are probably might be suffering quietly and scared or concerned of sharing their story and getting help and so on. In terms of lupus itself and you personally, Lauren, I mean, is that something you've had from early childhood, or is it something you found out later on?
I found out later on is lupus I had. I wasn't too sure what was wrong with me, because from early childhood we would go to the beach, like as I told you, we'll go out, we'll do the liquor hiking. I'm the only one who will come back like a roast chicken. All my face red, my whole body, I'll break up in rash, everything. Not knowing, well, we didn't have no much information of what is lupus. So not knowing that, so I would come home and we'll have all those things. I'll be down for some days. I went through a lot of urinary tract infection, going by different doctors trying to find out. So in my journey of trying to find out, when I became a full secure adult, that's when I got my diagnosis. It was lupus. And it so happened it's from Ross University students that in Dr. McIntyre's office, and Dr. McIntyre asked them to, asked me if I'm willing for them to just do as they're doing their liquor testing to finish. And I am thankful for saying yes, because I found out exactly from the same time I had the butterfly rash. The gentleman said, but you have lupus. And I like, lupus? What is lupus? And in going doing
when you say a butterfly rash, for those who, what is it? Is it a rash in the form of a butterfly?
Yes.
That's why it's called butterfly rash?
Yes, it's a pretty butterfly rash that will make a nice shape of a butterfly. It's beautiful. It is very beautiful. Especially for some people with high cheekbones and they have lupus. When that rash comes out, you sure and say it's blush or makeup they put on their face. But it is so, as beautiful as it is, it's painful. It's very, very, very painful. So most of the time, that is one of the main telltale signs that you have lupus, is the butterfly rash. You can confirm you have lupus by once the butterfly rash shows up.
Wow. Because when I was reading last night, I also understood that lupus can be difficult. It can take time for doctors and other healthcare professionals to sort of piece together the symptoms to diagnose what is a complex disease. So to make a correct diagnosis of lupus, it's not really easy for a lot of the healthcare professionals. But interesting that you mentioned this butterfly, Nigel, and
yes, and I see D. I see D is like shaking in agreement. Was that a similar situation with you, Denise?
So I've never had the butterfly rash. See how different it is? Never had it. And with me, I was very sickly as a kid. I would faint during assemblies. We didn't know why. I was, as Glorine said, we'd go out and I'd come home in pain, because St. Martin Primary and Secondary, we did a lot of walks. If you remember, Belmarché was, and I went to every Belmarché. I'd come home in pain and we didn't know why. And then I moved to the US when I was 18, left high school. And I was sick a lot of times, and I
So
would
was
go
it
to the ER, and
excruciating pain? Was it excruciating pain or just pain that
it
you
was
could?
body aches, like you are. It's like you got hit by a car, but worse, if I can say it like that. Or you're getting the flu and you have the body aches, but 10 times worse. And for me, my diagnosis was very hard. It was 2020, and my mom kept telling me that my face doesn't look right. And I keep telling her, Mommy, I putting on weight. It's COVID, we home. I just eating and working. And she's like, no, like it's not looking right. Go get to the doctor. I went to every doctor you could imagine, every specialist you could imagine. And I had a friend who works at the CDC, Triona Henderson. She's from Dominica as well. And she said, have them do an ANA testing on you. And I'm like, what is ANA testing? She's like, to see if you have something called Sjogren's, which is another autoimmune disease. And she said, because it doesn't sound like lupus, but it might be Sjogren's, because one of the specialists said my salivary glands were blocked. We did the ANA testing, and my nosy self got the results on my phone. And I was like, let me just go read it before my doctor sees it. And I saw my numbers for lupus was high. And I was at my daughter's school picking her up, and I broke down. I called Glorine.
I remember
Glorine was the first person I called. I was bawling because I was like, I'm expecting Sjogren's. I read upon it. I was like, okay, I could handle Sjogren's. But with what I know, what Glorine and Tysa and other people go through, I was like, Lord, I don't want to deal with that. I cannot deal with that. I don't want that. And it happened to just be, so Glorine had to give me some, I had to drive home with my daughter. Glorine had to calm me down, give me a little bit of strength. And that's how it began for me. My mom called me by mistake, walking Roseau, and I told her, and she had to sit down, and that lady is my strength. She told me, listen, nothing is going to happen to you. You are going to be fine. And I can tell you, I haven't had a lot of incidents as Glorine has had, where she's had a lot of surgeries and had to be hospitalized a lot. I haven't had that. So it's different for everybody. When I tell people I have lupus, they're like, you have lupus, but you're always in Carnivval. Little do they know that some days I'm home in my bed, can't even move, can't get up from my bed at all.
Wow. Yeah. This is inspiring, and at the same time it's really, I mean, shedding the light and the visibility and the fact that it appears differently for everybody. So nobody has the same kind. You might find somebody the same thing, but at the same time it's different for each person. What about you, Krishna? What was it like for you? How did you find out, and how long have you been a warrior, as Glorine calls it, instead of a survivor?
Well, as a child, they used to call me Guestslvin because I was always sick. Didn't know why. They told me I was allergic to the sun. I couldn't go do sports. I couldn't do match pass. I couldn't do mail machine, nothing. I had a little spot on my skin as a child, and nobody knew what it was, and it disappeared. Then I was fine. In 2007, I started nursing school in April. And my mother was in the US, and she came down and she was like, your face black. I was like, nah, man, mommy, it's the sun. I'm not worried about that. I went to Dr. Alport, and Dr. Alport said that I think you have lupus, because I would go to school with a pair of like sneakers or something, and when I would leave school, I couldn't wear the sneakers because my feet were so swollen. And I went to Alport, and she was like, nah. And there were other symptoms. I had a low-grade temperature and stuff. I was like, nah, I don't have lupus. I didn't take that into consideration.
But when she told you
then
that,
I started
though, just stick up in there.
Yes.
When she told you that, though, did you start to like look up, get some definitions about lupus and find out more?
I did.
Okay.
I did, and I was like, nah, I don't have lupus. I was like in denial. I was like, I'm just starting nursing school. This is not gonna, dampen my mood. I just continued my life. But I had a low-grade temperature for months. And one day I went to a wedding on a Saturday. And then I came from the wedding, from the Saturday I was in bed, I didn't get up. My cousin took me to the home on the Monday, and he was like, go to the hospital. Where he placed me on the bed on Monday, that's where I stayed I couldn't pee. My kidneys were shutting down. I realized my kidneys were shutting down when I went to the hospital. Then they carried me to the hospital, and where they left me on the bench outside of, at that time it was the old Imri ward, where they left me on the bench, that's where I stayed. And one of my instructors at the nursing school where I was attending saw me, and they was like, "Now you need to go to the emergency," and that was it. I was diagnosed with dengue, I was diagnosed with malaria, I was diagnosed with everything until they found out that, hey, maybe it's lupus. And then I was flown out to Martinique where I got the official diagnosis. That was in 2007.
From what I'm hearing so far, and then Fernando, we're going to come to you in terms of how you found out. But from what I'm hearing so far, it appears that lupus is not it's not an easy diagnosis. It's not easy to diagnose someone has lupus. Is that what? Is that correct?
All. Cannot.
Yeah, because
it mimics every other illnesses. So
Yes.
you would think that this is it, then something else pops up and they would treat this, and then something else pops up and they would treat this. And like I tell people, like, name an organ in my body and I will tell you what is wrong with it, what lupus has done to it.
Wow.
All my organs are affected.
Wow.
And as a nurse, I mean, you had to. How do you deal with that as a nurse, knowing that you know?
Well, actually, when I got to the US, I couldn't continue nursing because of my condition.
Okay.
And especially when COVID happened, there was like, you cannot go to the hospital, you cannot be in that environment. So I had to switch to my other love, which is counseling.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Because from what I'm because as I said, I did a lot of research on that, and I learned so the immune system, it mistakenly attacks healthy cells.
Yes.
It's confused.
Yeah. Because it does it by mistake. Healthy cells. Just imagine this.
Yeah. It is confused.
Wow.
So like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so like what is good for us? So you give me, like, even for my treatment, you give me the treatment, it's supposed to help me. But the body attacks itself. It's like, okay, I'm putting something good to help me, but no, man, that is a foreign object. That's not supposed to be. So it attacks it. And it destroys.
Doesn't help.
Yes, it doesn't. Yeah.
And it's not just like emotions. If you're too happy, the body will be confused and be like, why is she so happy?
Yep.
And send something.
Yes.
Like the weather. Like right now, I have a rash all over my body because I'm in New Jersey. The weather is kind of bipolar. And my body don't know what's going on. So it'd be like, okay, let me send something. You know?
Yeah. And our body are weather maps. We can tell you if snow coming, if rain coming, if hurricane coming, if we're going to have a dry season, we can tell you.
Yes.
And when we tell you, just look for it.
I can recall, Nigel, I can recall when we had Glorine on a few years ago, and she was giving her story, and I was like, wow, you know, because I think you were just about to, you had to go overseas to do some, I can't recall exactly what it was.
Yes, I had just come out from the surgery. Remember, I spent a long time in ICU trying to fight back for my life and thing, and that 2020 through COVID, it was a rough time for me, real rough time. They were not waiting on me, but as I say, it's 150 I go in for, so I fighting for my 150. So I fight, I bounce back up. At the time of the program, I was in my way down, real down. But I'm thankful to the Heavenly Father. I have picked back up myself. I give myself a pat on the back, man.
Fernando, I mean,
from where I have been to where I am now.
Yes.
Fernando, you have seen a lot.
I remember that. I remember you sharing your story at that time when you joined us and what was going through, you know. Yes,
so Fernando, let me just bring in Fernando while I'm Nigel, because she has seen a lot. And I mean, family support is just crucial in all of this.
You spoke about support, Ivona, and talking about lupus sometimes being a private battle. And support is important, support is crucial. While some of the other warriors may not know my name, I know their names, I know their stories. I take calls from Glorine every morning. every morning. And it's not just a me thing. My husband Charles is involved, even my children too, support, because it is a unit to provide the support. So if she doesn't call me a morning, I get worried.
Yeah.
We do the counselor. I'm not a counselor, meaning that I'm not a trained counselor, but I have to sit and listen to hours of talking. If her tone is different, I have to pick it up. I have to remind her if her mood is different, if my dad calls now and say, check your sister, something is happening. So it calls for the support of the family, not intruding, but ensuring that you're always there, always there, and you provide that time. If it's at work at times, sometimes I have to take a pause, because if she calls me, if it is not, it's not a normal thing that she'll call me during the work hours, but if she calls during the work hours, then I need to make the time to listen. And that is important, and that is key.
Yes.
Lauren is a strong person. I mean, she has strength. I reflect a lot. I reflect every night. It's part of my being. And I do not know if I would be able to hold on to all that pain as an individual. Yes. I have seen my sister at her lowest. I don't know if she'd want me to share it. Can I share it?
You can go right ahead.
It's also it also affects her mental health at times. And we had an incident maybe about a year ago. I had to hunt my sister down in Roseau and get her into the mental facility, because she needed it. She was at war with herself. She was at war with me. But I needed to do it. I needed to ensure that it was done and that she did not collapse further. And this is what all lupus family members go through. And we have to provide, and we have to have the strength through prayers, but most importantly, through family commitment. And it is important for those of us that have children or even engage with children that we get them involved as well. I have my struggles with my daughter as well, who has an autoimmune condition which has not been diagnosed. And I pray God that it is not lupus. I mean, but my sister, even in that journey, she has been instrumental to me, because she is knowledgeable. She does her research. She is to us Dr. Thomas. She doesn't need any further medical qualification or training, but Glory knows her stuff, right? Yes. And even in pain, she supports others, right? She supports others, and that is fascinating, and it is rare. But support, you support how the support is required. So if it's a day where she just wants me and she would answer questions, that's fine. And it's a day when I get a hot cocoa, that's fine as well, right? So that has taught me, and I see, sir, I can't see Nigel, sir. I see Nigel smiling, but it has taught me to be a different person. I mean, I have done psychological first aid, I have done a lot of training on that, but it gets you to understand that support is not always intrusive, but support is commitment to always be there, and allow those around you to provide the support as well, right? Allow those and sometimes it's just a listening ear. Sometimes it's just a listening ear. I mean, you can practically put the phone on and let her talk. So sometimes I'll be dead tired from work, and I'll hear say, my sister, you gone? My sister, you gone? I say, no man, go, I dare, you know, just to get the connection. But sometimes I'm tired as well, you know, but she needs somebody to speak with. Wow. She needs to just be able to express herself. So support for persons with lupus, it's very important. Family support, continued support, the continuity is presence. We have to ensure that there's presence.
Yes,
when they lost Danica, yes, I did not know Danica personally. I knew her story, But I was at the hospital at that time outside the ICU unit. I left work. I made myself available to be there to support not only my sister but her family as well. I passed Danica's mom home. She lives near the government headquarters. And I will not pass without telling her, hello ma'am, how are you? How are you doing? Because she has lost, and I understand that loss for her. You know, and it's just important that we show the support. So lupus is very destructive. It is invisible, but it is very, very, very destructive. And I just want to encourage persons to do some more research on it and to provide the support. The foundation is small. Sometimes I even battle with Gloria. I say, oh, you're doing too much. You're doing too much, because you do, and then I know what is going to happen. You're going to go down. You're going to decline. The fever is going to come up. But we need more persons to join the foundation. We need more persons to show their presence. We need persons, sometimes persons with lupus are ashamed of saying that they have lupus. And that is the battle, that is the private battle that they have, or they are not ready yet to share their story. So we need Dominicans to understand the disease, do some more research, connect with the foundation, provide the support that you can give, and not only to you lupus, but all these diseases that we have faced, that we battle with, right? All of them. And as we said earlier, when Gloria and I started speaking, we were brought up with within a family that spoke about strong community connection and giving to community and country, and most importantly giving to family and supporting those that need the support is essential and important. So I really want to encourage us in whatever way we can or we can do it, to get in contact with the foundation, show your support, the little that you can do. I think that it will help bring the visibility that they need, and just the support, especially in times of crisis.
I love this, man.
I want to add something.
Maybe we can share I know we don't normally take calls, but there's two people who've been consistently hitting me and telling me I'm a survivor. I want to just share part of my story. Wow. So maybe we can just probably take one or two calls. So you can probably just give the number of how they can get in touch.
Yeah, the international number, if you come from overseas, the number is 305-432-9744. Nigel, maybe you'd want to put this on the live. 305-432-9744. And of course, we have the toll-free number if you're here, 1-800-327. You could also call 448-3279. And once you're giving numbers as well, a member of the foundation as well can also put their number and their address, or anybody that they can contact. Because as I said from the onset, we want this to not just be a discussion about lupus, but we want to see if we can form a movement to provide help to the foundation.
Yes.
Okay. So
Saffras Matthew, you got the number. So you can call now. I will take your call and you can share your story.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me give you the foundation number.
I want to share my story.
Okay, give us the number, Maureen. So
767-276-0518. That's the Lupus Foundation of Dominican number.
767.
Yeah, run it again.
276-0518.
0518.
Yes. So you get directly to the foundation.
So that's the numbers for the foundation, and you also got the numbers for those of you who want to call to share your story or to lend your support. The foundation is looking for. No, not me. You have to call.
Can I say something while we're waiting?
Sure, of course.
Yes. Go ahead. Denise.
Yes. Just
one thing I would like to let the public know as well is lupus. Glorine says it all the time. Lupus likes friends.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So lupus doesn't come with lupus alone.
Right.
Lupus brings a friend, fibromyalgia, arthritis. It brings different friends with it when it comes. So sometimes you'll have lupus now. And as a sister mentioned, it made me cry, the mental part, because 2024, I had basically a mental breakdown. Can't tell you, my doctors cannot tell you why, what happened, what caused it. And I begged my spouse to have me be checked into a psychiatric hospital. and he would not let me go. I had to call my mom in Dominica and my sister, and I would cry. I would bawl to them. I'd tell them I can't do this no more. And my psychiatrist was trying. He tried different meds. Nothing was working. There were days I would sit here and I would shake for hours, like just shake. And nobody could tell me why. And thank God for him, because he would tell me, let's go to the ER. Because I was like, let's call 911. He's like, they're not going to do nothing for you. Let's go to the ER. And immediately when I get there, they would take me and knock me out immediately, give me drugs to knock me clean out. And it went on from April to August. I suffered miserably. I felt like I was in a Groundhog Day. I kept reliving the day every single day. And at the time, she was 12-year-old little girl who was looking at me and seeing her mom like this. And I didn't want to have her see me. And I wanted to die. I'm going to be very honest. I wanted to die, but my mother was praying on the phone with me. I had friends who were supporting. When my spouse left for work, he would check in on me every second just to make sure I was here. And finally, my doctor just said one day, did we try this meds? And I was like, no. And he's like, let's try this medication. And he gave it to me. And from then, I have been better mentally. So there's little things that just happens and just like shifts your whole life. And you're wondering, what's going on? Also, too, I was just diagnosed with hypothyroidism in December. So now I have to see an endocrinologist for thyroid because I have thyroid issues. I have to see a kidney specialist. I have to see a cardiologist. So it brings a lot of different illnesses with it. It's not just lupus by itself. It's lupus with everything else. As Krishna said, Guestslvin, that's my name. My friends they still make jokes. We should put you in a bubble. I wish. I mean, it's hard. It is very hard. It is hard when you cannot do anything for yourself, when you're known to get up and go feed yourself or bathe yourself. There's some days I cannot do that. And people don't understand because they'll tell you, oh, you're always outside. Yeah, when I can go outside, I go outside. When I can't, I'm stuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nigel,
Yes,
because any of you, do you have like certain triggers you just try to avoid?
With
and obviously it will come, but you just try.
Stress. Yes, stress. Yes, we try to live our life as happy and stressful as we stress-free as we can, and knowing our signs of different things. So, like, somebody will invite you to an event. We have to figure it out and tell you, but some people takes it bad when you tell them you cannot come. But I come into that event, yes, I'm happy, I'm joyful, but I am down in the hospital for like 4 months just coming to that one event. So we have to choose and pick whatever we can do, we cannot do in those things. So that's our little help to know what triggers what. As Denise was saying with the mental and the thing, I myself am thankful for Mr. Lester Guide. He have brought me a long, long way.
That's our guest Nigel of last week, was it?
Yes, definitely, Lester.
Yes. I know he say he like to keep his patients private, but as I tell him, privacy for me on those things there is a no-no. I am open to help, and I am open to people knowing that he helped me. And he have mentally, I'm in a safe space right now. I can see that I'm in a much safer place.
And I can share with you, right? The connection to Lester came from me, but I had to give her time. I had to give her the time. I gave her the name. I gave her the person. I gave her the number, and I got many questions. And then I called him. I said, listen, I've given her the information. Allow her the time to make the decision. I'm happy that she did. And I'm thankful that he's a great support to her. He's a grammar school one as well.
Yeah.
Yes, he went to the grammar school.
Yeah, the most of the schools. Yes.
The grammar school have produced great students and great, so we appreciate the grammar school for that.
As all you putting out schools, it's not. Denise and I went to St. Martin Primary School.
Thank you.
Yes.
St. Martin.
I went to Goodwill Secondary.
Yes.
I went to Goodwill Secondary, but the primary school.
Yes, I went to the primary school as well. St. Martin's Primary.
So good morning to all the schools.
Thank you. So there's something I also want to share on my personal journey with lupus also, that most people would find it impossible and maybe thing. But the case for me in like sometime I have to go down to wearing adult pampers. People won't know, you understand? But it will be that for me. That's how my flare can be so terrible that for me to even leave my home, I have to have this on for me to be able to come down to do any little thing. I also, my mobility for walking, I had a cane at a certain time. I had to learn back how to walk properly and strengthen myself. As I told you, with Mr. Lester Guide, mentally, he just put me in the right place, the right set, the timing was perfect. As I always say, every disappointment in life is a blessing. I don't look at my illness as a disappointment. I look it as a blessing, because with me, I have brought back so much things to Dominica, the knowledge I have going out to get all the different testing I had to, because in the beginning, we were not doing none of those testing in Dominica. So we had to go out. In doing it, I bring it back to the doctors and to the labs. I tell them, look into that, because it's costly to you have to go and do special A&E tests and to have to pay a boat ticket to go to St. Lucia to get those tests done. So right now, we have improved so far. Even the hospital right now is doing those tests, some of the tests. So our country with just the little foundation and the little knowledge we know and we pass it on, it have improved better for some healthcare system for us in Dominica.
Nigel,
and what you guys have done without even knowing is that I mean, there's so many people who on the Facebook page and the YouTube who are now sharing that they also have lupus, and thank you for sharing and talking about their journey. And how they can get in touch with the foundation. They want to know if there's an email address, if there's a website.
Yes, I put the email
building things. Okay, so Dee put the beautiful.
I put the email in the chat. I want to say that Glorine has brought strength to all of us. Glorine will be having bad days, and she will still check on me, and I will. It be so weird, because I don't know how she know that I'm having a bad day, but she will check in. And I admire her for that. I want to also shout out Rayma Francis, who is in Dominica, who has lupus. That's another loopy warrior. Naldona, Tysa Hill in Canada. These are people who are like our little support system, who are always like, we check on each other now and then just to make sure that, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Are you doing okay? And they will be like, no, I was in hospital for 3 days. And I'm like, what's going on? So it's we have our own little sisterhood.
Yes.
And we bring each other strength, because when I tell you, some people do not understand, they just do not understand. It's hard.
You might have heard me earlier when I talked about Shirna Sendrose and her daughter Kayla and Stanley.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you know them, but of course they are in Atlanta. No. So Shirna, get in touch with Dee. You can build that support circle, because their daughter has lupus. She's doing very well, by the way. In terms of going through what she has and still doing everything that she has to do, through college and everything else. So good morning again to you, Kayla.
Yeah. Nigel, let me just give the number again.
Yes, give the number again.
Well, 448-3284. You could also call 1-800-327. So 448-3284 or 1-800-327. If you're calling from overseas, the number is 304. So there's a 1 before it. 304.
305.
305? 305, my apologies. 432-9744, right. 305-432-9744. Nigel, let's take some comments as well.
Lots of comments. Larissa John Baptist, who is also a survivor. She wants to thank God for Glorine, and for Naldona Gianna Elwin for the support on my lupus journey. Really is key. Safra's Matthew, I'm listening. I'm a lupus survivor. Thank you for sharing. Jada Smith, good morning all. Keep the fight. Don't give up. Lupus Warriors. Blaine Robin.
It's Blaine from England.
Coralie Lawrence says, hi everyone. This is Simone's mother. Hi Glorine. Thanks for everything that you do. Josephine John Lewis, of course, Ms. John Lewis is always there. wants to say good morning. Thank you so much for sharing. Shields Jules wants to ask about sclerodoma, I think. I hope that's how it's pronounced.
That's another autoimmune disease.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So she was asking, is it related to lupus?
Nigel,
and so
let's take a pin there. There's someone on the line. Let's take this
yes,
caller quickly.
take that call.
All right. Hello. 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 Let's try again. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you're on. Go
yes.
ahead. Thanks for calling here.
Okay, I just calling just to give a little support.
Hey, that's Felix Thomas.
And to just say that Glorine is a model, and so are all the lupus patients we have in Dominica at the moment. I want to tell them that they have the support of my family, not that we only there for Glorine, but we're there for every lupus patient, and will continue, working along with them. Even Glorine is present or not, we have committed ourselves. I said present. I mean, when I say present or not, able to come to a meeting, able to come to something, that our support will always be there in whatever way that we can. I heard you talk about your 150 years. Bear in mind, I 250 going already.
Oh.
So let's give thanks and praise to the Heavenly Father for everything that He has done for her and for all of them thus far.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
I only have from
Thank
Krishna
you,
in a while,
Felix.
Nigel, but I just had to bring this in, although it's not me to bring it in. But I mean, as I heard, I'm Glorine's father, and Glorine too. It's a strong knit family. They're very tight. They're very close. The mother was very vibrant, back in the day, and of course, right now, things are different. So I guess that is even an added pressure on Glorine. But your faith is strong.
Yeah,
Strengthen the family and in faith. It's very important. Now, Donald Gianna Elwin says, listening to my lupus sisters makes me admire the strength even more. We're thriving. Love you guys. D Sugar. Okay. D Sugar. That's D? Okay. All right. D Sugar. Bye-bye. And of course, D Sugar, that's going to call it that from no one, has also put the email address for the Lupus Foundation. It's lupusdominica@gmail.com. So lupusdominica@gmail.com. Glenda Shillingford Peters, good morning to you. Thanks God for the availability to help in different areas. Muriel Stewart, good morning. Let's see. Commercial Lloyd, sending love and support to my sister Krishna. Okay, your sister wants to wish you all the best. We love you. Always be here for you. Jennifer Joseph, you guys are amazing and strong. God continued strength to you all. Of course, Shanice, good morning to you as well. Appreciate all the strength that's been sent out to you guys.
Let's hear from Krishna a little. We haven't heard from her for at least a few minutes now. Krishna, I'm not sure if you just want to jump in and just say anything that we can as well learn from.
What I can say is what Glorine said, family and support, because if it wasn't for my family, I don't think I would have been here. And I guess it's getting better, but you're from the Caribbean, you don't believe in therapy, you don't believe in counseling, you don't believe in mental health, because you have everything going for you. What you have to complain about? What you depressed about? You have a job, you have food on your plate, everything. What you depressed about? I went for depression and anxiety that I started getting panic attacks, that where I live was too small for me. I had to go out in the streets, go walking, do something. Then I had to get therapy, and then I realized there's some things that I needed to work on, and my anxiety came from, I don't know what's going to happen. Am I going to die next month? Am I going to get something that, that's going to kill me, especially during lupus? Am I going to get COVID? Am I going to get COVID and end up on a ventilator and not get off? And look, the hantavirus out there. Am I going to get hantavirus and not kind of thing? So it's a lot of little things that will give you anxiety, that will make your brain just especially with lupus, it will just go a whole different way. So it's important that you have people that you can speak to, people that will not be like, "Ugh, she talking too much," or she always complaining about something, or you know, they'll be looking at you like that kind of way. But it's important that you have people that you can speak to, people that will listen to you, people that would encourage you, people that would be always there for you when you going for those things, especially with lupus.
Yep.
And I'm working for my little circle. We just be comparing illnesses, symptoms. Yes. And we have a little dark humor, so we
do.
Yes, especially
we
for our
have
ear
to.
loss.
Wow.
When
Yes.
the ear dropping.
I mean, the fact that you guys are all mentioning that, I mean, and something we know, lupus is invisible in that sense. How do you kind of react to those who probably see you and say, "Well, boy, you're looking good. You don't have lupus," because they don't really know what is lupus. How do you respond to people like that?
Education.
Yes.
Okay.
And
A
asking
lot
them
of
to do
education.
research.
I did some research last night and I was just overwhelmed with all what is there.
What
It's
is there?
really,
It's
really
a lot of information.
Let's go to the telephone quickly. Let's see.
Yes, take that call.
Hello.
Hey, morning, Miss Ivona Nigel.
Yeah, to you as well.
Morning.
Morning.
And the guests, the people, the ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to ask yes, my name is Ronnie. I want to ask a question. Do the lupus attack men?
Yes, it does.
Of course.
Okay. I just want to give you a little strength. And I would have thought a while ago there that is the education process. I would want to find out if all you get the opportunity to build a lupus health center, if all you would want to go at it, to educate the people, because this is a very sensitive sickness. Because if you listen, you said from you had get it early on, there was not a doctor to really identify it. It's the students from Ross. And then you have to travel all the way to St. Lucia for such a course. And look at how advanced we have been in technology, in building, in training people. Because I remember in 1980, the people of Marigot construct their own hospital. That's the one they broke down not too long. And it was self-built by the people. So if only get the opportunity to build a lupus hospital, if only would go at it. And I'm having a program on Kyrie FM on Sunday afternoon after 2. And I'm speaking on natural medicine, health. I deal with herbs. And I was asking the authority to
We have to begin to wrap
medical
up here. We get your question, but remember we have quite a few guests on.
Yeah. No, I was just telling you, having a program on Kyrie, speaking all about it, and I was asking the people in authority to give the public more education, even with medical doctors, to come on board and always educate the people like what you do in Ivona. Have a good day.
All right. Okay. Very
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, if we get the opportunity, we are willing to do that because education is key, and having help for your people in your own country, especially because even with doing anything center for lupus, it will not only help lupus patients, but if anybody with all the similar illness to lupus, because as Denise said, it don't come by itself. I am diagnosed with over 15 different illnesses, and they attack sometimes all at the same time.
Wow.
And sometimes this one I can tell you plainly, okay, today is that one and that one.
It's like a conundrum, man.
This one and this one. But sometimes when all come together, it's like, let's see which one can make Glory be the best person.
Wow.
And as we are there with that, I also want to apologize to certain to people in Dominican County, because sometimes the mood is not the best. I will tell it to you personally, but as I'm trying to tell people to understand me, it's not my fault. It's not my thing. Growing up, I didn't even. It was always in, but I didn't know it was that was causing that. I can be nice, and all of a sudden, you talk to me, it's like you irritating me. You irritating me, so I will just dismiss you. but it's not something I try my best to control it. So like when I'm in that mood, I don't leave my home because I don't want nobody to feel bad or feel anything. Yeah, so I just
But
say
it's
I
interesting
stay
that you
home.
mentioned that, like when that happens, you don't leave your home. Because I wanted to ask each of you, what activities or routines would help you manage your symptoms? If you understand exactly what I'm asking.
You go with the flow. You go with the flow.
It's not a routine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
there's no routine.
Yes, you just
Rest.
go with the flow.
So
But do
if
you
you wake
know,
up today and it's that you can do, you do this.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
tomorrow you might not be able to do it.
To do it, yeah.
but I mean, along with what I was asking as well, are there signs that you know that tells you about to get an attack or
My sign is fever.
okay?
Yeah.
So it's different
Mine is-
depending on who, right?
Yes.
Yeah, mine is body aches.
Mine's
Yours is
fever,
body aches, yours is fever.
body ache, sometimes swelling, and sometimes I
Yes.
get up in the morning and like I'm feeling my body is in a whole different world. So I know something is coming.
But do you have any like go to, I would say, comfort strategies when you are in a flare? How do you deal with
Sleep.
this when you're in a flare? Any one of you can answer.
I sleep.
You sleep.
Okay.
Yes,
I
it's
don't deal with people. I
It's
don't
in
your
deal with
bed.
anything. I
Stay in the
just
bed, you just stay away.
our sanctuary is our bedroom. So we go inside
Our
there
yeah, thank you.
and we close ourselves out and we sleep.
Say it again, Glory, please.
Sleep.
So,
Yes,
so people can understand.
Yes.
leave
I don't
us alone.
sleep. So insomnia is a problem for me. So
Yes.
like some people can't sleep. I have insomnia. I don't sleep.
Wow.
So I will probably get I probably get no sleep. I'll be up for 24 hours. My spouse will go to bed, he'll wake up and ask me, wait, you still up? And I'll be like, yeah. And he'd look at me like, what? So it's hard. And I have a sister. I'm a shouter in Donnell, blah, back home. My sister is my strength as well. As far as she is right there, I will message her and she'll be up with me too because she have insomnia, but she will help me. She will, if I'm crying and I'm like, this is frustrating, and she will give me some words of encouragement or tell me to pray, or she's made me get into playing on the Switch, the Nintendo Switch, so I could relax because insomnia is really bad. One of the things I want to say, I don't know if Dominica has a rheumatologist. That's what Dominica needs, a specific rheumatologist specialized in being able to tell these illnesses and what's going on, to make sure that we do the right testing. A lot of what Dominica has are general practitioners. We need a specialist for that. Another thing my doctor just decided to do, my psychiatrist, is something called gene testing. And what he did is, it's like a DNA sample I had to swab inside of my mouth and send it off. And I'm still waiting on the results. I don't want the results, but I want them. But his reason for it is, he's like, none of the medications are not working for you? Like, the medication I give you to sleep should knock you out. It will knock a normal person out. I have to give you twice as much and you're still up. Like, why? He's concerned. So what he did is, let's do the gene testing so we can figure out if it's a metabolism issue, because it's an absorption issue, it's a metabolism issue, while the medication is not working and it's not making you get some rest. Because rest is important. If you don't sleep, you get a flare-up.
Yeah. I went for about 5 years of insomnia also. Not sleeping. Up 24/7.
I'm on meds for that. So,
And
yeah.
I cannot tell you exactly how it went about, how the pattern changed, but I know I've tried every medicine, everything under the face of the earth, and all of a sudden I could sleep.
Well, come and sleep by me.
but Nigel, I'm really liking this program. I mean, it's an educational piece there today, and so we're allowing our guests to really guide the depth of the conversation.
Yes. Because it's their story and their journey, and they, have the symptoms and they know what they're going through and everything else. So it's really their program, Do we have any idea as to how many people in Dominica may have lupus? Does the foundation have like a directory? Any stats on that?
Okay.
That may be difficult.
I'm glad you asked that question. Some years back, I did my own little personal survey, which I got about 500. I know for now it have plenty more because being in contact with different persons and new people tell us. But right now we're on the process of doing a proper survey island-wide. We put in a proposal to an international body, so they are going to help us to fund it, to do a proper survey, so we can have correct figures and database information on the number of people with lupus in Dominica per ratio, because even with our death rate right now with lupus, with people we know not dying with lupus, for a small population, it is too high.
Is there a partner organization as well that maybe in the region or further afield? That
we do collaborate with the other lupus foundations in the Caribbean in certain things we do with them, but it's not like ever so often. But so that's what for here now, that's what we're trying to do, and bringing all the information out of the awareness of lupus and giving you, because right now there are plenty new symptoms for you to look out for that can determine that you have lupus. You will find it so strange now that before it was fatigue, joint pain, and the rash. You can have, let me put it simply, your finger can be bothering you for the whole day or the whole time. And in doing your testing and doing your other things, you can find out is lupus.
Lupus.
Right. So right now, yes, it's a whole new set of symptoms. It was there already, but it's more prevalent in people that have been diagnosed now.
And I know along with what you mentioned in terms of getting the data, getting the statistics and everything else, I know Ronnie asked a question earlier in terms of males and where it affects female more than males. So that's probably something you will find out in your research as well.
Yes.
I want to say something.
Yes, go ahead.
A lot of the people in Dominica are scared to come out and say they have lupus because of some stigma.
Why do you think that's so though? Why do you think that's so?
Because a lot of people don't know what lupus is, so they would say, oh, it's cancer, oh, it's AIDS, it's this, it's that kind of thing. So a lot of people don't come out and say that, hey, I have lupus, you know. We have had people that have lupus, they're taking medication, or they don't want to take medication, and we ask them to, you know, speak to us, join the organization, or just speak to us on the side, and they will be like, no, because they don't want people to know that they have lupus. Maybe because of their job, because of their family, because of community, I don't know, or just not wanting people to know that they have a condition. I don't consider lupus to be a disease, it's a condition. They have a condition, and they don't want anybody to know that they have a condition. So
judgment too.
Yeah.
Did you find people judge you?
Did you
people
find
judge you a lot?
Yeah. Did you find that happening as well? That when you had
people judge you a lot. People ask me all the time, like, oh, I see you out, because my Facebook, I would, and I don't post the day off, but oh, I see you out. How you sick? And I'll be sick the next day. Sometimes I'll go out, and the next day I am sick, cannot move. And I will tell a friend, oh, I'm not feeling well today. Oh, you're always sick, but you were just out last night. If you understood, and if you could understand my body, it's sometimes I just don't tell people I'm sick. I won't say anything. To some people, how are you? I'm fine. And I keep it moving, because it's a whole lot of judgment from people, like, how are you sick and you out? Because I still have to live my life.
You have to take advantage of the good days.
Yeah. That's true.
Do you? Yes, Fernando, you were saying?
In providing support, you would hear from our lupus warriors who are sharing the amount of days that they may have downtime. So that is why I really advocate for those of us that are more able to provide the support to them, because I see the toll on Glorine at times, just planning for the month of activities, and she would call and say, listen, Glorine, you know you're not going to be able to do all of those things. Let us cut down, you know, some of the activities, 1 or 2 things, 3 things or so. But they want to ensure that lupus is visible. So persons who are able, that can provide the support, because, for example, they're going to have a walk. Most of them are not able to do the walk, even as short as the walk might be. So we have to work for them, you know. So I really want to encourage persons, the family, but not just the family, the friends. You know, I am making a plea to community to respond for lupus, because I think that's what we need. The type of disease, the type of condition, and I'm going to say the condition because of all the friends that it brings with it. The type of condition that lupus is, that if we can get persons who are able to provide the support, do the work for them, do the work in their honor, do the work, you know, to provide the support and the awareness, because they need it. The willingness is there, but it takes a tool. So
Is it also a fundraising initiative? Do you raise funds as well?
Well, with the cost, we try to raise funds the same day too. We have a registration that it's $35. It will include a T-shirt in it.
$35 and plus a T-shirt.
No, it's included T-shirt in it. But even though you don't want to register, you can make a donation, but come on the walk with us. It's May 30th, Saturday, May 30th at 4 o'clock. We're starting from Lindo Park. We go down Federation Drive. We go into Independence Street. Then we bend into King Joseph Street. When we go up, we reach to the gardens. It's a little short walk, because for other years where other groups had organized walks for us, it was from the distance. As soon as we finish with the walk, we're free 4 days in the hospital. Wow. You can look for us in the hospital after that walk for sure. Not this one, but those other long walks. Any long activity, look for us at the hospital. You can come and visit us the next day. We're giving you an open invitation. So we try to do just a little short, just something just to show the impact of it. And after BPW, which is also always with us and supporting us, we'll have a little small exercising session, workout session for the people that can do it. After that work for us, we person with the as warriors, right, will not take of the little workout session. It will be a little too much on our body. So we're encouraging everybody, even though you cannot come on the day, we'll have our donation box. Wear your purple and come out and support us. Let us make lupus visible. Let us make it visible. And as we say with the theme, make lupus visible, strive for change, is little baby walks.
I'm thinking as well, Nigel. I mean, we already know that the cost of healthcare is exorbitant. It's a lot. And so just imagine, you know, lupus, and you understand what lupus is, and it affects, you know, the main organs and things like that. Help is needed. Definitely.
Yes,
is needed.
It definitely is. And we hope that, you know, through this program and others, that the awareness can be heightened, and that, you know, contributions can be made and donations can be made to assist the foundation in the best way that you can.
Is there a bank account or something?
I was going to tell Glorine to share the bank account information and cash out.
Yes. We do have.
I'll type it in.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
But you can still say it. You can still say it.
Okay.
But you can still give it.
Yes, for national bank account, if our more banking ID is 555-3179. The account number is 115400486. So those of us who are here in Dominica can do the more banking, or the others can do direct deposit straight to the bank account number.
Give me the account number again, Glo.
Yes. 115400486.
And to say that the foundation help people in terms of support for some of their medication, some of their doctor visits as well.
Yeah, and just recently one of our members, we paid for their ticket to go to St. Lucia to see the rheumatologist. And on that is one of our goals, have always been our goal, to have a rheumatologist visit Dominica. We're still aiming for that, to bring her in, but for the time being, we are going to work with another doctor here, so they can do telehealth through that rheumatologist in Dominica. So that's how we can do it now. So we're going to do it. But so far, most persons don't really have to travel, as I said, to St. Lucia. She does telehealth, but after she do it, if you really need to, she will ask you to come. No. But when we start with the collaboration with the other doctor in Dominica, you would no longer need to go. So the doctor will do whatever she have to do here for you, and that will be a cost-effective way to us to save.
Good.
So,
Yes.
so I will state that whilst I'm not here in my capacity for the Ministry of Health, but it will be remiss of me not to state that our government has recognized the importance of having a rheumatologist, and there have been 26 new specialist medical positions which has recently been created, and one of those positions is a rheumatologist. So we are actively looking in ensuring that we provide that support to all citizens. So that is what I would say in that capacity.
Yes.
I like how you brought that in. Someone was asking earlier, I guess just for information, they wanted to know whether there's any particular diet or foods that you would have to avoid or you eat that's going to give you flares. I guess that's different for each person, right? Or is it different?
I'm looking at Glory.
He's laughing that.
Glory was looking all over.
Yeah, because
There's a myriad of challenges already.
Yeah, as my grandmother,
Challenges that is.
as my grandmother, Ma Shabin used to say, I don't diet.
I always tell my body to root for it to tell me what not to eat.
So,
And then the other thing the person was asking, another question earlier on was in terms of does the medication give you weight loss or does it actually increase your weight? I don't know. So
everybody's different.
It's different.
But prednisone, which is a blessing and a curse, will
make you gain weight.
Okay. So it all varies. It all varies. Okay, it's a steroid, so it varies again.
Yes. And like for me, I was fortunate enough because of all my conditions and I had to go to the United States to get treatment and thing. I end up on chemotherapy treatment. So that's my main treatment to help me deal with my symptoms and my flares and everything. So that is one of the thing you have. It's like you get to do. But we don't really have it here in Dominica, the type of treatment that I am taking, because it's a low dose of the chemotherapy. So that is one of the things with the survey. If we do the survey and we get the data, we can write to the international lupus bodies so they can see how they can facilitate us with the new technologies and the new medicines to bring them down through the central medical. We will work with the central medical organization in the hospital so we can get it down to Dominica so our people here with lupus can be on the new type of drugs and medication and they have.
Amen.
How do you have moments when you're like, man, this is too much? How do you deal with those moments?
Not take my meds.
Cry.
You mean it's that bad?
To hell with everybody.
Yep. That part right there.
I answer the
You
phone
just
call,
like
Nigel.
you just like shut off, right? You just shut down from
you
everybody.
shut down and you
or you get the phone call for hours and the repeats. The repeats. But most importantly, right? You cannot judge. You just have to stay in silent and respond and listen and that's it. Yes.
And that is what's important because somebody's always asking you, did you take this? Did you take this? Did you try this? And I'm like, oh my God, I know what to take.
Yeah.
Like it's not working.
That's right.
I just want to vent. I just want to tell you what's going on. And I don't want you to be my doctor because I have many. I have a lot in my I just need to tell you this is what's happening right now. Nothing works for me. Nothing. No medication works for me right now for none of the only medication right now that's working for me is for my thyroid. That's the only medication. Nothing else works. Not the sleep meds, not the steroids, not nothing.
Wow.
I have high blood pressure as well. Like it is a lot. It is life is just lifing. And you have to smile through it. Yes.
So that is why the people who provide the support too, sometimes they even need support.
Yes.
That's why we said at the beginning, Nigel, the questions, even the support that you give, it should be more supportive than intrusive. You
correct.
too have to condition your mind when you're going to provide support, you know.
Yeah.
The things that you say, the questions that you ask.
Very correct.
And sometimes you just have to stay silent and just be there.
Very correct. I encourage those that give support, if they can do psychological first aid, if they have the opportunity to do that, that would be a very good course where they learn to support without questioning, to support without intruding, you know. And you need a good support system, yeah, because I mean, my husband, maybe Glorine talks to Charles maybe sometime more than me at times, right? And so you need a good support system. But I have realized that, as I said, I reflect a lot. I have realized that we have to work on what is important, not just choose challenges, but right now, as I see it, our mission is to support and to provide continued commitment to family. And if we're within that space where we understand that that is part of our journey, then I think that we'll be able to provide what it is. Bring those that you can with you and advocate so persons will be able to understand the disease, understand the condition, understand lupus, understand not to be judgmental, and know for yourself. Because I have a colleague at work that say, Mrs. Ray, that's a lot for you, no, that's a lot for you, that's a lot for you. And I said, but I need to provide it, right? So I at times need to understand that at certain times I need to get the support, you know, or even wind down as well.
Yes.
You know, so it is important. But if we look at continuing building community and providing the support that you need. And I've known my sister for a very long time, right? She's 1 year, less than a year, right?
Hello, I
Daddy was a
plus.
little greedy. So she said she's 25 plus, so she's less than a year. We are April 2nd, April 26th, year apart, right? And I know that at times persons will tell me, your sister rough, your sister harsh, your sister this, your sister that. But if you understand the pain that my sister have to bear, or you realize the days that she's down, you know, and even at times when Daddy will call and say, I didn't like how Gogo dealt with that, and I say, Daddy, she's in pain. You realize that she most likely is in pain. Where is she? She in her room, she by herself, she's in pain, right? And sometimes you have to withdraw. Sometimes you have to know where to just give her the time and let her be.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
I'm happy that you're saying this, Fernanda, and it just brings to mind as well. So sometimes there are people who go to visit, you know, people at the hospital, and they just don't know what to say, or they say the very wrong things.
Yes.
And it's something, that is very common in Dominica.
Yes.
And the things that some people tell you when you're not well.
Yes.
Some of them maybe don't know better, but some of them should know better.
Yes.
It's wow.
I want to share a story with
So
you. You're just not ready for. You don't want to hear.
You don't want to hear.
The main thing is that, I have a cure for lupus. As I always tell him, but
bush.
Bush. I'm not saying we cannot have a cure, but the Heavenly Father, if it had a cure, he wouldn't choose me alone. He will choose all of us. That's why I answer them sometimes, because I cure that person with lupus. There's remission, and that's what people have to understand. We can go for remission, but that is not a cure, because after remission, if sometime it comes back, I went for remission, and then after Maria came,
stress.
The stress level, it came back. The impact of the lupus, that's when it destroyed me even further. So you can go for remission, but remission is not a cure. You still have to do your testing. You still have to do your thing. You still have to go on a low dose of medication. I am happy for everybody with lupus that is going for remission, because I know what they are going through. I would like for me to reach that stage again, and I'm working towards that. But it's not a cure until we're working into because they find the real gene that is causing the lupus right now, so you to have lupus. So they're working on to see if, and I'm praying that a day that they can get that. and get a care for everybody. So the suffering won't. But even with the care for lupus, remember I have 15 illnesses. There's the
damage
others
that it has already caused.
and the damage it already caused. So it's like for me, I cannot do no more surgery. So we cannot untangle the organ. So I'll always have the days where I cannot pass urine, I cannot pass stool. So because we cannot separate the organs anymore. So it will always be like that for me until I reach my 150, but I'll still be strong and young and good. And that's my
one thing. One thing I want to say is we're not looking for sympathy, because somebody said that to me once. We're not looking for sympathy at all. We want empathy, because sympathy is I can give that to myself. We want empathy so you can understand that today is a challenging day and I cannot make it to an event or to your birthday party or to your birthday dinner because I can't. I would love to
speak to you today.
Oh, I cannot speak. Yes, and thank God I have some friends that will know if I don't answer, they will not take it personally at all. But there are some others who will take it personally that you answer the next day, not knowing that I was in the bed, couldn't move.
No.
And you also have to have a partner that is very supportive, because if you don't, that is additional stress on you.
Yeah.
Stress seems to be one of those things that can create, that can and get the flares going as well, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, stress is the biggest. Yes.
Let's take this caller quickly. Let's just see if this person wants to share something. Hello. Yes, hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, hi. Let's go quickly. Yeah.
I know time is short, but anyhow, we have 5 points fast and quick. Good morning to members and members. Good morning to Reverend Carnivval, fireman touching this. Now, hear me well. I find now all these diseases, including cancer, right? Right now, we have more money in the world. We have more scientists. What is the problem? We cannot find cures for all these type of diseases we have in this world. Up and running, fireman run, because we have so much of billions and billions of dollars putting in the fire rollouts, putting into guns and bombs, where people die every day. So if the people them concerned about life and health, trust me, no matter what happens in this world, they can do better. Money is strength, unity is strength. Up and running again, fireman running, bless up.
Okay.
Interesting point that you made, but
right, bless you as well.
That's for a whole discussion, a whole program.
I know we're coming down on time, so I want to give a little shout thank you. So before it do come in to our family. First and foremost, our family, the Heavenly Father, for giving us the strength to go through what we go through every day. And our circle, our small circle, each and individual of us build up. We want to tell them thank you for being there with us at our worst time and our most miserable time, and how bad we can treat them at the time. Sometimes it's just what they understand. Fine Food Inc. We want to thank them very much for coming on board with the Lupus Foundation of Dominica this year. They are running a soft weave program for us. So buy your soft weave product. So a part of the proceeding will go to the Lupus Foundation as a donation. So everybody run down to all the places that have soft weave product and go and buy by bulk.
That's a big advertisement there.
Yes, it's running out. Yes.
That is BBS contribution foundation.
BPW. Business professional women, for always being with us, for joining us and being with us and giving us a sense of encouragement. And even at the time when we have certain things to do, like proposal, we pass it over to them and they do it. JCI, they have never left us down. Never left us down. And big shout out to Triage Health Inc. We have a fellow lupus warrior, Rema Francis, who is working there, and let me tell you, the treatment is super.
Okay, so what I'll do, I'll have to go to these places because this is big time promotion.
I know.
Yes. This is big time
Get a percentage.
And I vote as well to all the persons individuals who have supported and make contributions throughout the years, both locally, regionally, and internationally.
Yes. Oh, and I forget one other place, NetPack. We want to thank them very much.
Yeah, there are several people who are helping Nigel. And even when we were planning for this program, I was trying to get a doctor, especially one abroad. Well, I got a doctor here, but the doctor could not make it today. Definitely, she has private practice. and there was somebody else in the healthcare that wanted to come on as well. But we can always continue this. We can always, continue that discussion on lupus.
Yes,
and
that
other
most definitely.
diseases.
So, and I know Dee mentioned a Dominican who works at the CDC that she was able to get in touch with, that provided you some results or connection or something like that.
Yes. Yes,
so you're gonna share that with us, because we would love to connect with that person and have her and connect in the dots.
Yes. Yeah.
She works at the CDC. I don't know if she still does, and I don't want to. All she did was tell me, "Hey, have you tried this?"
No, but in terms of connecting with a Dominican, we love to do that.
Yes.
So,
I will see if she still works at the CDC, because I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah,
we have someone on the line.
Connect.
Well, Dr. Trina Henderson.
We just love to connect with a Dominican.
Dr. Trina Henderson.
You'll give us
Dr. Trina Henderson.
Yes.
Samuel. Well, she's married now, so it's Dr. Trina Samuel.
We'll provide us with a contact from her, because we would love to connect with her and hear her story and her journey. It's another Dominican who's doing well, and we want to always Dominicans that do well.
Let's just go to the
so we will get that information to Glory.
Let's go to the telephone quickly. I have someone in the overseas line. Quickly, we have already run out of time, but I think
Thanks for the opportunity. Morning to all of you on the program.
Make out that voice.
It's a very sensitive issue. Sickness is worrying us, and I empathize with you guys. I don't like publicity, but I'm just making a pledge of 150 to the organization. Thank you. And keep strong.
Appreciate that. That's what SMA boys do. Appreciate that very much.
Thank you, Nigel. So yes,
that's why you put SMA. You have to insert SMA in there.
Well, it was an SMA student that was calling, so we appreciate
it's okay.
That.
It's okay. You have your fun. It's okay. It's all right. Have your fun.
But listen. I mean, I really want to thank you. I really want to thank all of you for connecting with us this morning and sharing your journey, sharing your story. We hope that the awareness has been made and will be heightened for the foundation. You probably want to give us the foundation's information again before we leave, so that people can get that and can contribute and can be part of it. Whatever activities that you have coming up, they can share. Although it's just the month of May is Lupus Month, but of course it's something that goes on all the time. So it's not just So you have the May is Lupus, but for me it's also January, February, March. Okay, all right, good. I agree with you. So although it's celebrated in the month of May, but it goes on throughout the year. And the strength that you've displayed, man, that's what I love about it. You guys are strong in terms of what you're saying and what you're doing, and still being able to smile.
There's something
and have your humor and laugh. I love the positivity.
Yes. There may be something about certain illnesses, Nigel, that maybe they strengthen people. I remember we had quite a few cancer survivors back in the day.
Yes.
On the program, and wow, it was just something else, man. When we had I
mean, the positivity and the smiles and the laughter and the togetherness, and as Fernanda mentioned, the support of family and community, that's so important. So more blessings to you, and I wish you all the best to the foundation.
But before I leave though, Nigel, I really wanted to ask, I mean, we delve into so many areas, balance, or the balance rest, or the balance activity and things like that. We went into self-care, well-being and all of that. I would like to find out from each of them though, although I think earlier we also asked what activities or routines that help them manage the symptoms. Is there, throughout all of this, of course, is there a particular Bible verse, if not a Bible verse, or just some words that just empower you? That's your mantra, sort of, going forward, that you just always say it, whenever, not only when you are feeling very ill, but just are there some like positive words that just guide you?
For me, every disappointment is a blessing. That is what I move by, because I have seen it as a blessing.
Anybody else want to share with us what guides them?
My own is my body will not be the boss of me. I am the boss of it. So I got this.
Nice.
Mine is Psalm 121. Always.
Yes.
I look to the hills. Where will my help come from?
Yes. Whence cometh my help? Yes.
But even as a support system, Vanandra, is there something as well?
Well, I reflect on the message of Jesus. He said that the greatest commandment is love. And through love, we show support. And that has always been my focus in life. I'm a giver. Sometimes I am on the journey of learning to say no at times, to slow it down, to ensure that I take care of me as well. But if the greatest commandment is to love your neighbor, and if you do that, then you're able to provide the support that is required. As I said, it's not just for lupus, but it's for families. Families go through a lot. You know the situation of my mommy as well.
Yeah.
So if we are able as family, that unit to show love, we're able as community to show love, and we're able as country to show love, I think we'll get where we need collectively.
I like that.
And one thing I miss most, because with my journey of building up the foundation, my mom was with me step by step, and with her condition where she is, it saddens me, because I like today, because this morning I say, boy Clem, today on the radio program, you'll be right there with me. You would have been there with me, boy. But such is life, and I'm thankful that at least she's there still. Even in her condition, she's there still.
Nice. Listen, more strength to you, and more blessings. Keep the positivity, less stress, and continue sharing the message. Continue sharing the message for those who may not be aware of what lupus is and what you go through and how they can assist and help. We hope that the foundation will even grow stronger after today, and we look forward to hearing how the month went. So thank you so much for connecting. Much appreciated.
Okay, let me give the information again. For everyone, World Lupus Day every year is May 10th. Every year is May 10th. So in the month of May, we have more activities, but our activities continue once every month. We'll have a pop-up education and awareness campaign once every month. Our telephone number is both WhatsApp and direct call here, 767-276-0518. The email is lupusdominica@gmail.com. You can also check out our Facebook page, Lupus Foundation of Dominica or Lupus Dominica. Our banking account is National Bank of Dominica. The Mo Banking, if you're doing by Mo Banking, the ID is 555-3179, and the account is 115-400-486. Any little bit or any little amount do help to go a long way in building awareness for lupus. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Much
I
appreciated.
forget one thing.
Go ahead.
Our motto is support, educate, motivate.
Support, educate, motivate. That's the motto.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
very
our
interesting.
motto. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And thank you for having us. Anytime you are ready again,
yes,
we are available to
extend
give
the
you a
invitation.
little more insight into our daily life and I also want the public to say a special prayer for one of our members who is fighting right now at the hospital. Yes, it's a difficult journey, but pray for her, please. Pray for her, please.
Yes. We send up those prayers to her as well, and to all the others who are dealing with this particular condition. Krishna, final thoughts, final words. I know we're kind of wrapping up on time, but finals.
I just want to say continue supporting us, continue listening to our stories, continue giving us the strength that we need. And those with lupus that are scared to come out, please join us. Share your stories. It will be beneficial to you. It will be beneficial to the country. When we have that amount of people suffering with lupus, we'll be better able to get the resources that we need in the country to better take care of all of us.
I love that. And G?
First of all, I want to also add to what Krishna said. If advocate for yourself, I'm very big at advocating for yourself. If you tell your doctor this is what's hurting and he's telling you no, see somebody else.
Yes.
You have to advocate for yourself because you know your body, you know what you're feeling. And I had to do a lot of that. I just want to thank you all for having us. I had work today. I took off for this. And I wasn't feeling well either, so that was a great segue for me to
Appreciate that.
stay home. I have some people I just want to thank from the bottom of my heart. Glorine has a special place in my heart because I don't want to cry. I like to cry, but Glorine has such a special place in my heart because Glorine, that first day, I will never forget, driving, crying with my baby in the car, and Glorine had to give me strength to make sure I make it home without crashing. So I will always have Glorine in my heart every time. My family, my mother Eugenia and my sister Donnell back home, as far as they are, that's my big support. My brother Marcus McIntyre, that's that's support. My boyfriend Francis, he is I tell people if I could propose to that man I would, because he is, when I'm sick he will come and ask me what you need, what do you need me to do. I'd have never had that before I had you always sick. This is my strength. My daughter Malia, who sees her mama have to go through that, and sometimes she cries, and I have to tell her I'm okay, I am going to be okay. And my friends, I have a good group of friends, Deli, Anna, Nicole, all of them are listening right now. Alana, they're all listening. I want to tell them, Nika, thank you guys for the support, for showing up. Shilma, thank you for showing up, because sometimes when my dad died last year, I had also had knee surgery. Lupus again. All of a sudden, I went to Dominica for Carnivval, did not participate much. Came back on Friday. Monday, my knee got swollen. I had to have emergency surgery for my knee because of lupus. And my dad went into the ICU and he passed away during all of this. And they showed up. So I want to thank them for always showing up, even if it's just a message. All of you guys, I love you. Keep being the friends that you are to the family. For my lupus friends, boy, you guys are you all help me so much for the support that we give each other, and I hope it never ends. And the people who are scared to say, hey, I have lupus, you can reach out to us. I am D Sugar on Facebook. Reach out, we'll help. We keep our things private. We don't tell other people's any other body's business when it comes to your illnesses if you don't want anybody to know. But the more people that knows, is the more help you can get, because probably that's what Dominica is waiting on. As Glorine said, she has 500 people. Probably if there's more, then the health organization will probably be like, let's get something going, because we have so many people who are suffering. But again, I want to make sure I keep saying, please be an advocate for yourself. Advocate. I don't like what this doctor is telling me, or I'm not agreeing. Let me go to Dr. John and see what he says, so we can make sure that it matches. And thank you guys for having us. It makes it's visible. It's visible now.
Yes, it is.
I enjoyed the program. I mean, I learned so much myself, and
oh man, yeah, learned a lot.
Yes, Nigel, we have to bring them on. But not only that, I mean, it's a while I've been trying to have a program on radio, health issues. Sometimes the time is just not always right, to get a right. But I'm
happy we were able to have them this morning to share that. So.
Yes, and in recent times we have been looking at a lot of illnesses and things like that. So, Nigel, we have to just continue. We have to continue.
Keep the mission going, man. We keep the mission. We keep the mission going every Saturday, 9 to 11. Keep the mission going.
Yeah, man. Sometimes we laugh. We have a lot of fun. We talk about Carnivval and other things.
But that's important too, eh?
That's important. I'm so
social
happy.
Activity is
and
important.
I'm happy that you brought somebody from the support group. I love this. Seriously.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you to her.
Yes.
All the best to all of you, and just connect with Nigel and I at any time, and
we'll keep it going.
We'll have to see what we can do, as Nigel and Ivona as well, Jack and Jill. So, went up
the hill.
Yes. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Just a little plug.
Sure.
I know Mr. Thomas was on and he spoke about Atlanta Carnivval.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that also too there's Juve and there's a Dominica troupe called Vibes and Rhythm that will be out for Juve. There's also South and Punch, where Dominicans, Rio, Triller, a lot of them will be on that Sunday. I'll be working. So please come out and support, because I'll be outside for Atlanta Carnivval, sick or not.
Wow. That's spirit. Thank you guys
I might
so
be
much.
in bed on Monday, but I'll be outside.
Thank you so much.
Also, big up Opti Shop, because Opti Shop and Opti Precision, they are also big supporters. Mr. Thomas kids are the owners of Opti Shop in Dominica, and Opti Precision, they are supporters as well. So I want to also recognize them.
Look,
thank you.
Look, I'm sponsors there today. We probably Niger, we have to.
We have
to work together. You know, we have some things to mention. But it was really a pleasure having you on, and I really enjoyed this program. I did a lot of research myself. My head, I was bombarded with so much. You know, when you start to do research online, you get so much more, and sometimes it affects your whole mental well-being as well. So, but I really enjoyed this program.
Yeah, but the research you're doing now, it's different than when we were diagnosed earlier on.
It was less.
Yes. What you would have seen, you would have sit down and like, is she going to? Are they living? How are they living with that?
Yeah. That's why I said I never had lupus when Dr. Alpert told me I had lupus. I was like, I don't have that.
Yeah, there was a time I tell myself, no, I want to abandon this thing. That research you're doing, leave it alone. But thank you.
Thanks a lot.
We'll do it again next week. There's another program after
Yes,
us. So
yes, my dear. We connect again as always next week.
Right. Take care.
All right.
Okay.
Take care. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That's it. That's where we come to the end of Connecting the Dots. Join us next weekend, Saturday, for another program. Thank you.
Humble like a child when I'm round.